G'day guys, welcome to this week's FriBaT. Apologies for not having a FriBaT last week. It was a very busy week, and going into a long weekend, I wanted to take the wife away fishing, so I'll put a photo up here, or up there, of us fishing. This is going to be a slightly different FriBaT. It's not so much a tool this week. I'm going to review some of the equipment that I use to film the FriBaT episodes. So it's going to be in two parts, and you'll understand why in a minute, because I'm currently using some new audio equipment with my GoPro, and then I'll have to switch over to the phone and show you the audio equipment with the GoPro. Anyway, on to our beer. This week we're reviewing another one of the Yak series. This is the Lazy Yak. The Lazy Yak is another of the Yak series that I like so much, from the Matilda Bay Beer Company, and the Lazy Yak is called a session ale. Happy Friday. Quite different to the Fat Yak. The Lazy Yak is a lot more sort of citrusy, in a nice way. Like all of the Yak range, the hops come from the Yakima Valley. Not sure where that is. I'll put something up on the screen about the Yakima Valley. This is one standard drink, or 3.5% alcohol. And another one of the Yak range that I really like. The Lazy Yak is not as well known as the Fat Yak. It would be really nice with seafood, I reckon. It's that sort of flavour. But a very nice beer. Can recommend the Lazy Yak. In my beer spanner rating, I give the Lazy Yak a 5 spanners out of 5. Rightio, on to our tool review this week. As I said, not so much of a tool, and in a moment I'm going to swap between this GoPro and back to my phone, so there might be a difference in image quality or whatever else, so that I can show you what I'm using at the moment. And those that have been watching for a while have known I've had some audio issues, which I'll talk about as well, but I'll talk about this replacement system, which I'm pretty impressed with so far. Anyway, let's switch over to the phone. Okay, first time shooting with my Samsung S20 Plus, so hopefully this works out alright. The audio is obviously not going to be as good because I don't have the wireless audio, but I'd like to talk about my new audio and, well, basically my video shooting system that I'm using to film my FriBaTs and my other videos. Up until recently, I was using a cheap Chinese wireless microphone system plugged into an adapter on my GoPro 7 Black. The adapter sits into this little housing and plugs in via the USB-C connection, and then that allows you to plug a 3.5mm stereo plug into that. GoPro are pretty limited in the types of microphones that you can use, so because I use this in the garage environment, outside, and also for doing FriBaTs, I wanted a system that I could have a lapel mic, which this new system comes with, as you just saw me use on the beer review, and a little transmitter, a receiver, which then puts that analog signal into this unit in the bottom of the GoPro, converts it to digital, puts it into the GoPro 7 and records from there. The previous unit was only a very cheap unit that I got from Amazon, and I never ever it was okay at first, but then it gradually got worse, and then it actually caused some issues with the GoPro, and that's why I had so many issues with audio previously. So I started looking into replacements. I looked at the Rode or Rode system, whichever way you want to say it. That's probably one of the best on the market, and they were very expensive. I'm not making any money out of YouTube yet, so this is really just sort of setting me up. So I didn't want to spend as much money, but I realized I had to spend more money than what I had previously. What I came across and did a bit of research on is this Pixel is the brand, Vocal Air, and it is a UHF wireless microphone system. I'll give you a few specs on it. Let's talk about the transmitter first. The transmitter is a nice small compact unit, has an inbuilt microphone, so you can actually just attach it to a pocket or whatever else, but it also comes with a lavalier mic, so that you can plug it on and have this out of view. One of the cool functions is that it has an OLED screen. You can see that there. Gives you your battery life. I'm going to put my glasses on. Battery life, also the sound level as I'm speaking. You can see the sound level changing there, and also what channel it's currently using. That's the transmitter. With any wireless system, there has to be a receiver as well. The receiver is almost identical in size and shape, and in fact, probably one of my small things that I don't like about the system is that they are almost identical, and it's only from the tops that you can see here that the receiver has a line out and also a connection that enables you to hook up headphones. So quite a professional system. The receiver also has the same OLED type screen, which I'll turn on there as well for you. And the unit also comes with a cold shoe to be able to connect it to the top of your camera, whether you're using an SLR type camera. It also is able to be plugged into a mobile phone for wireless microphone, and so it's actually very versatile. As I mentioned, I'm using a GoPro Hero 7 Black, which was purchased by my lovely wife for me as a present. And GoPro are very limited in the way they control their ability to have external microphones. There's only digital inputs to the GoPro, there's no analog inputs anymore, which I find really frustrating. They're a fantastic camera, especially for underwater and action shots and things like that, but if you're trying to use them for vlogging, the quality is excellent, but they have limitations. Anyway, back to the review of the Vocal Air. It has a transmitting and receiving distance of 70 meters, which is in feet up here somewhere, and as I mentioned, the transmitter has a microphone built into it. Battery endurance, which is pretty important to us vloggers, is 6 hours, so it easily outlasts the GoPro battery that it's on, especially when shooting at 2K or 4K. And it comes with charging cables, which is USB-C charging, which a lot of things are nowadays, including my Samsung phone, and so that's handy. Comes with cables, so you plug it in. It doesn't come with a USB charger, it has to be a normal USB charger. And the adapter cable that comes to adapt it to the GoPro is just a standard 3.5mm stereo plug. Also in your kit, you get another cable, which I haven't actually removed, and I can't actually remember what the plug is called on a mobile phone. It looks very similar. It is a 3.5mm plug, but the major difference is stereo and microphone input, so this actually adapts to this plug to go into your mobile phone. GoPro only requires stereo input. The system comes in a really nice carry case box, padded protected. That's your 2 charging cables there. Pretty good manual from Chinese to English, and yeah, so far I'm very impressed with it. The 2 units only weigh 70 grams, and as you can see, the dimensions are very tiny. They're only 55 by 46 mil by 15 mil, which I'll put in inches up here as well. It runs on 36 channels, so if you're getting any interference from other appliances, etc., then you can change channels. And as I said, they run in the UHF ultra high frequency range of 570 to 606 megahertz range. For the real boffins out there, the signal to noise ratio is above 90 decibels, which is very good. So the kit comes with transmitter, receiver, cold shoe adapter, charging cables, a different adapter cable for your mobile phone, and the carry case. And Amazon currently has this system at $206 Australian with free delivery from Amazon US. The Rode system, which I'll put a picture of up here, looks very similar. Rode is a known high quality unit, so Pixel is a Chinese version, but obviously they've done a lot of work in making sure it's a good quality product. The Rode system retails at about $275, but does not come with a lavalier mic, so you have to purchase that separately, which is about another $100, which is ridiculous for a microphone as far as I'm concerned. This whole kit, the transmitter, the receiver, everything that I just mentioned, and the lavalier microphone is $206 on Amazon, which I think is pretty good value. What you do need, if you are running it into your GoPro, as I mentioned, you do require an adapter. This is a GoPro branded adapter. You can't get a generic brand unit, but this is basically a digital to analog converter. So it converts the analog audio, the 3.5 mil stereo digital to analog converter, converts it and puts it through the USB-C, which goes into the side of your GoPro Hero 5, 6 and 7. Very handily, GoPro I don't think make a housing that adapts to all this. They make the adapter, the digital to analog converter, but they don't make a housing. So this housing was also from Amazon. I don't remember the cost. I think it was very cheap. I think it was only $20 something. So that's your standard GoPro 7 Black. This is the housing without the cold shoe on top. I'll just take that off so that you can see. So that's the housing, and it has the space for the digital to analog converter. Slides in here. Just like that. And your GoPro slides in. There's a holder on the back of it. Hold the GoPro in place. The adapter then plugs in via the USB-C on the side. Then, as I mentioned, the cold shoe comes with the Pixel. Slides on the top, screws down, and you plug in your unit to the top. And that's my setup. So a quick one this week. We're just going to review that one item. What do I give the Vocal Air by Pixel? Well, it's early days. It's only just arrived and this is the first video I've used it in. so please give me some feedback on the beginning of the video. In fact, I might switch back and we'll do a comparison. Okay, we're now back on the GoPro Hero 6 with the new Pixel Voical Air wireless microphone system. Please give me some feedback whether you think it's worthwhile spending the $200 to get a good microphone system. I just had a quick look at the footage that I just shot with the phone, and I apologise, I cut the top of my head off, but you get the idea. The phone has a much wider field of view. Anyway, so that's it for this week. I suppose we better give this a rating. I'm going to finish this beer first. For value for money, the Voical Air by Pixel wireless microphone system. I think if you're getting into vlogging and you want to try and produce as good a quality product as you can, and standard GoPro audio is a bit average. It's not too bad up close, but certainly in a garage environment, or as soon as you get out into further away from the camera, it's not as good quality. I think at $206 delivered, it's pretty good value for money. That's on top of your $500 GoPro. Probably the one of the best things is that with the adapter cable, you can plug it into your mobile phone, and an awful lot of vloggers I notice use iPhones and Samsungs. So that's also pretty good. So for value for money, I give it a solid 4 beers out of 5. For functionality, well, I guess when I go to edit, this will be part of the litmus test, and I'm sure you'll give me feedback on the quality. How well it holds up in the garage environment, in the workshop environment, yet to be seen. Seems to be a very good quality product, much better quality than the cheaper previous unit that I had. So at the moment I'm going to give it a functionality of 5 out of 5 beers. I guess time will tell. That will affect the value as well. If it only lasts 6 months, then it's not very good value. I can't justify the nearly $400 for the equivalent Rode system. Maybe when I'm a massive YouTuber and earning squillions of dollars from YouTube income, then I can justify it. That ain't gonna never happen. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Please, as usual, like, share and subscribe. Hit the little bell, and we'll have some more content coming for you very soon. As I mentioned, busy weekends at the moment with doing family things, and of course I work full time, so quite difficult to produce content. We've got some more Brutus content coming soon, and also be getting back onto the Honda ATV project as well. Anyway, that's it for this week. Thanks very much for watching. See you next week.